There are two things I want to talk about today. One, how productivity kind of gives us a reason to live. Productivity gives us a reason to be alive, and how also starting things even when you don't feel ready or you don't completely understand the process. The second one is going to come entwined with the first one, which is starting even when you don't feel ready. So basically, like I said in my last video, I started a business. Now, I think the most accurate thing to have titled that video wasn't I started a business, rather I tested out a business, so it was like the first stage. So now I'm in a new city. Let me explain. First of all, I did it in a smaller city with no real risks, blah 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 blah. So now I realized that yes, this thing can actually sell, but in terms of like market, because what I'm selling per se needs saturation. Do you get? It cannot just be. It can't be in a small town. I'm expanding a bit, so I realized that the business actually works. It sells, but I have to sell way more. What am I literally doing? I bake. Yeah. Now I'm here testing it, and when I came here, my major problem was like where I was before. I had an oven there, and I couldn't actually move the oven, so I actually needed an oven in the new place that I moved, which is another city, undisclosed at the moment. Don't worry, you will find out. I don't used to hold information. Don't find me. But right now, yeah, I moved to a new city and I needed to get an oven. So the past 1 week has literally been me trying to get an oven. So at first it was like, okay, let me buy a new one. But something about me when I want to explore like a business or try out a business, like let me tell you the truth, you guys, I look for the best way to avoid expenses, because at the end of the day businesses are also risks too, and you also have to think in terms of like profit margin. Do you get? Because the more you spend, the more you have to meet up, and it's not that I can't meet it up, it's just at the stage I'm at right now, it is just smarter for me to consider every other financial expense and how I can actually curb it or reduce it. I'm speaking too many English. just know that I got an oven and I did not have to buy one. Thank you. Now the oven is here and I'm just thinking like, damn, I haven't actually been posting it online. Like I haven't actually been active on the social media as much. I actually understand that I would need to delegate a lot of roles, but I cannot think in delegation right now. I just have to create systems that work. Because I was not thinking, I don't have my oven, I don't have who will buy, I don't have this thing. But when I decided to start it too in the other place, I did not have all these things. Okay, I had some things. I was using the old packaging I was using, which I still have. It's just I actually have to get new stickers, and I've also been having other things in my life that I also want to do, because I don't know, something about me is I always want to feel like I'm growing, like I'm exploring all the best options, not just in whatever I'm doing, but in life as well. Because no matter how big you start, you have to start small. You have to start. You have to start. It's not just about starting big. Which now takes me to that thing, how productivity gives you a purpose, like makes you feel like life is worth living. Because when I lay in bed in a whole day, even if I was actually creating documents small, but I'm just like, that was just 3 hours in a day. I have 24 hours in a day. Fine, I sleep 8 hours in a day, so I still have about 16 hours in a day. So if I sleep 8 hours and I wake up and I have 16 hours, and I just use 3 hours in that day to just do small work, and then carry another 2 to 3 hours for gym, that's altogether 5 hours. What did I do with 11 hours, you guys? I was binging a show. I was watching Superman. Not that I don't enjoy the show, because not just I don't start with Superman. No. Actually, I finished Vox Machina first. As I finished Vox Machina, I thought, what next? I now went to Superman. But that is nice, because at the end of the day, I have goals. Like I have things I want to do, and all those things are not going to be accomplished when I am finishing all the Netflix shows, finishing all the Prime Video shows. It cannot work. So today while I was at the gym, on my way to the gym, I put one of those podcasts that reminds me, Adama, get your life in order. Plus my oven has come, so I literally have no other excuse. They've come to check the oven is actually working. I was not thinking that, you know what, I actually want to repaint the oven and make it look newer before I start painting. And I should actually do that because I'm just thinking, let me just leave it like that. But a little bit, I want it to look newer because it's a food thing and it just has to be easier to clean. I think while I'm having this conversation with you guys, I'm realizing reasons why I actually need to do some of the things I said I was going to do. Because at gym, I was just like, do I really need to like refurbish the outside of the oven and make it really look really nice? But yes, I do, because I like my things looking good, because especially when it comes to like food and kitchen things, I have to, it has to be organized, you know. It's where people are eating from, so everything has to be good. Yeah, so I think I'm going to actually get it painted tomorrow. It's a smaller cost compared to me actually buying the oven, so why am I still cutting costs on that as well? So I'm going to do that shit, spend that shit. I was also thinking, because you know in my last video I was just like, I'm just going to be more active, I'm going to show up more and just talk about my journey and all of that. But what is the point of this video? The point of this video is just to remind myself that there are so many things I do not feel ready for, and I started them regardless. Like, so many things I did not understand, but I started understanding them during the process. And also to stay even when I'm bored, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be something that looks shinier to you. Do you get? There's always going to be a newer business idea that is way nicer to tell people about. But for anything to actually grow, you have to keep doing it even when it feels boring, you know. And what is actually the boring work for my stuff? It's not even the baking, you guys. Let me tell you the boring part, the operations. The operation part, having to get everything ready, having to get the ingredients for the stuff you're using, especially when you move to a new place too, the packaging, advertising, marketing. And I feel another problem too is that I'm doing it all on my own and I want to delegate. Minus that, nothing really is going on in my life. I just wanted to do this video, you guys. So it's literally a short, very, very short video. It's just of me ranting. I just got back from gym. I'm just telling you, I don't know if I actually hit the nail on the head. But so in summary, I now have my oven, and the next part now is to let people know this is what I do and find a system. Because I was thinking that if I bake today, who will buy? But I'm just thinking like, why do I have to bake every day? Do you get? So what I need to do is find a day that I know when I bake, this is the place it's going to go to, and I am certain that when it goes to there on this particular day and this particular time, it is going to sell out. And I'll come back, and I actually have a place in mind. I do have a place in mind already. I was just stressed. Sometimes our mind creates problems but when they create those problems, you take out time and then you look, what are the solutions for this? So anyway, this is just my open diary of my baby business. It's not a cara. It's not a cara or con, but it's a business. It's a business, and I'm seeing how it goes. But it's in the F&B industry, and I am also learning about this very, very intensely. It's a process for me, but I also have to make the best and dedicate time, because if I don't actually dedicate time and actually do it, even when I don't understand it, or not just when I don't understand it, because sometimes you don't understand things, but you understand it when you keep doing it. And another reason why I even try to have conversations, I feel like maybe there are people online that also have experience in the F&B that can give me valuable insights on their own journey and how I can make my own better. Because what's the point of building something that is for people when people do not know about it? So like I said, the name of this thing, my name is Adana. The name of the business is TJB, the Jordan Baker. It's the Jordan Baker is a long name, so I chose TJB. Very cutesy, very tasty, very, very tasty. Especially the chocolate one, you guys. To die for. Bye. Have a nice rest of the day if it's day, and if it's night, peace.